Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Welcome to the crafting party today. I'm Angela Wolf and
I'm May Flaum.
Hey May, how are you?
I'm good. Just doing a lot of crafting, actually.
I love your tree. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
So my little tree here, it's a tabletop decoration now, but what it actually is, so I know it's hard to tell, but it's all powered up with lights that sometimes they blink when they want to. But this was for a party, and it is in fact a very crazy hat.
Oh my gosh, that actually beats the Christmas sweater, the ugly Christmas sweater that we're doing. But that's really cute, actually. That's not an ugly Christmas sweater.
You know what? It was so much fun to make. It's just a styrofoam core base for the tree wrapped around with tinsel garland, and then I just started shoving all kinds of funky stuff all over it, and it was a lot of fun, and it was super funny because it was, well, last year when we had holiday parties, that was the theme, was make your own hat. So I thought, go big, go crazy. There's a unicorn on the top. It's very over the top, but I was surprised to find when I pulled the bag out of the garage and opened it that it was still pristine condition. So I decided it could be a tabletop decoration this year here at home, and I can put it on if I'm feeling super festive and run around.
I love it. So I see everybody rolling in. Welcome, everyone. We are both brand ambassadors for Brother, and we are live on their sewing and crafting Facebook and YouTube pages. So the social hop is here. And you can leave comments. We can see them all. And May has a really fun project for us today. And so I'll monitor your comments and interrupt her halfway through and answer any questions that you have. So May, I'm very excited about this. Actually, I had my ScanNCut cut out last night, and I was making cards and decorations for the table. It was so, you have me totally addicted to that machine. So
I'm so glad to hear that. You know, it's so much fun. And I was doing some projects yesterday, and I was thinking, you know what, like, I was working on a project actually for the Brother ScanNCut blog, and it's really intricate. But the thing is, because I'm using the ScanNCut, it's actually really simple. There's a lot of layers and a lot of stuff going on, but just building it up from the base, because I have the ScanNCut, it was so much easier. It would have taken days to do by hand, but instead, and probably a lot of craft knife cuts to my fingers trying to hand cut all the little details. But it's so much fun. There's so many things. And today's project, I was actually inspired in the grocery store, and they had these candles 2 for $1.
What?
And I thought, large white candle, 2 for $1. Look at that beautiful space to put some vinyl. How cute would that be to customize and make our own candles, decorations? So, I mean, it goes without saying we need to be careful if there's flames and that we're not setting anything on fire and all of that good stuff. But a little bit of vinyl on the outside of this, I have done it before with, no problems whatsoever. But we're going to be working with vinyl, craft vinyl, and transfer materials so that we can pull the vinyl designs off of the machine and onto the candle. And I was thinking, since yes, we still are coming up on all of the holidays, but wouldn't it be fun if we pulled out the Disney version, the 230D, and got Olaf and the Frozen friends on made a winter candle, so it can go all the way through winter?
I think that's an excellent idea. That's a great idea. In fact,
and that's how I craft, you guys. I'm truly, I'm standing in the grocery store, all excited about this white candle that I happened to up across, and I'm going, we're gonna pull Olaf out, and we're gonna do this, and I'm sure people are walking by going, well, that lady's just really crazy. But that's how it works when I'm out in the world. I'm out in the world so rarely these days, so when I am out in the world, inspiration really strikes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I would have been cracking up if I'd seen you in there.
I'm especially in the craft store. If you ever see me in a craft store, I'm probably talking to myself and having a lot of conversations.
We can
hop over. We can hop over and I'll show you let's see, there we go. So in pattern, Mickey Mouse leads the way for all of the Disney patterns, and there's different ones like this. The one with the cars has all the Pixar, and then Elsa has all the Frozen stuff, but there's also different stuff like Dumbo and Lion King, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, so there's a couple different ones, and there's a lot of options, and they're all so much fun. But I was thinking dancing Olaf would be just super, super cute. So we're gonna make him pretty small. I'm thinking about there, about 6 by 6. And then the way these patterns work, and this is something we haven't talked a lot about, so I thought it would be a good idea to talk about some of these layered patterns. These are my favorite because when you go through, all the little pieces are marked what they are, but they're also, so it's by color. So you're going to cut the different pieces, but it's all going to be right there for you to then layer together and build this, which I just think is super fun. So I'll start with, I usually start at the beginning. I don't know if we want that swirl behind. I don't know how well that's going to wrap around our candle. So I'm just going to start with Olaf. Okay. And then, whoops, and then I'm going to hit add. And when I hit add, it's going to take me right back to here. So then I want the top part of Olaf, and I'm just going to scoot it away. And then let's see, what do we have? We have his little carrot nose, and I don't actually have orange, but I have some colors that I think will work. Let's see, I'll pull this over here, and we'll pull his little carrot nose. Now I'm pulling things away because I know that, oh, it does, and if it ever doesn't want to pick up a teeny tiny piece, you go in here, and then what you can do is hit this. If it's ever being stubborn about picking up and moving a piece, you can just do that. Sometimes it just, if it's a real tiny piece, sometimes it gets a little bit stubborn about not wanting, like it can't see, or it's like, what are you trying to do? There's nothing there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's a little tiny piece. And also when I'm trying to get something into a very exact spot, I think that this helps too, because you can just, you're just tapping it over. Okay, and then we'll add more. And let's see, so that's the blue inside of his mouth. And I do keep track when I'm doing this, if there's going to be like, I want one of these snowflakes. I think the littler, let's do that one. So I want one of these snowflakes the same color as inside his mouth. But then I want the other one, whoops, and sometimes I forget and I go to here, which is where you go to finish. You can always just hit the back button. And
there's so many little pieces in that one.
There is a lot of little pieces, but the fun thing is it's pretty easy because they're all, and I do it again. I always just want to be done, I think. Okay, and then, oh, that's right, his little bow tie. So we'll take his little bow tie. So I'm going to put his bow tie in one and then his mouth in the other close together because I want them to be the same color. And I think that's it. Okay. Oh, let's see. And if you put this button, it'll take us back to the screen. And then I'm just going to move these guys up and over a little bit. And these guys over. Okay, so now I've got all of this set. I'm going to move the machine out of the way for a second so we can set up the mat. And the reason, one of the fun things about these, if it's smaller, we can set this all up on the mat. So we need our white and our black. And you can just take scissors and trim if you know how big you need it to be. And then let's see. And if it's too tall, like I eyeballed it and I was about 1 inch off, that's not a problem. I can just redo here. And then on the other side, now I don't have orange, but I'm going to use gold. I think gold nose will be just fine. And then we need the darker blue. And I'm just kind of eyeballing approximately where on the screen I see these things, because scan and cut magic, here we go. Once I've got those all down, And you can kind of see on the screen how it's kind of easy to just kind of estimate about where those are going to be. But we don't have to be exact. We just need to know that we have a piece that is at least big enough to work. And then once we do, this magic button in the middle, I call that the magic button because this is what lets me use little bits and pieces and scrap of vinyl and really save a lot of money and get the most out of my supplies. Okay.
Oh my God, great job on guessing where everything goes.
Well, I may have done this a time or two before. This may not be my first layered project, but you can see how I was just kind of eyeballing based on what it was. And then if you need anything moved or you're not happy with anything, you can move it. But you can see clearly that everything is going to cut out nicely. This is also a really great feature if you have like a pattern design. You can see where your shape is on the pattern. So we're going to select cut. And half cut is on, but I'll show you where it is in this tool. If you select half cut on, what that will do is when this cuts our vinyl, so it's going to cut the blue. This one doesn't actually have, oh, there it is. Let's say, wait a minute, there should be blue. So the blue sheet here, that's the backing paper. That's the carrier sheet, if you will. And then the white is the sticker vinyl. What the half cut will do is cut the sticker vinyl, but not cut all the way through, which will make our lives a lot easier to create. So now we just need to give it 3 minutes. And it'll cut all those pieces out for us.
It's so quiet. Oh my gosh.
It really is. It's so quiet, and it takes so much guesswork out. The DX models, they all have that auto blade, and so I don't have to guess anymore if I'm cutting good enough or if it's going to be a problem. It just is always cut beautifully. And the only thing I will do is if it's a new material to me, or if I'm not sure, if I'm looking at the mat and I'm not sure if it looks right, I can just do a test. I can just kind of feel the material and check it while it's still on the mat. And if for any reason it ever didn't cut the way I wanted it to cut, I can always just recut it as long as I leave my material on the mat, as long as I don't move the material.
Oh, I love that. I'm bringing you up for a sec just because, I mean, the microphone is right over that. And everyone always says, I cannot believe how quiet that is. So a lot of people are saying, can you, if you have a ScanNCut but not Disney, can you do this? And yes.
So if you have a ScanNCut but not Disney, there are a whole bunch of purchased designs that you can get that are Disney. They might not be the exact same. I believe that the ones in this machine are exclusive to this machine, but there are other patterns and other designs that you can purchase and use. And in fact, I do that a lot. I do that pretty regularly, is use the other ones on the ScanNCut as well. And yes, they have also for purchase, there are layered designs like this where it's all layered and fun, and you can layer up all the different, wait till you see this when you go put it together, all the different pieces coming together is just so much fun. And you can also, the ScanNCut will also, without any kind of translation or anything, the ScanNCut will also do SVG files. So if you have SVG files that are layered files, those you can use as well. So you have a lot of options.
A lot of options. And Lauren wants to know, what mat are you using and what type of vinyl?
I'm using a standard mat today, but either would be a standard or a low tack will be generally is fine for vinyl. And this is, people call it craft vinyl or sticker vinyl. It's just the kind that it's like a sticker and you put it on like a sticker. It doesn't require any kind of heat. You could do this exactly with heat transfer vinyl, and I have done these cute little layered things. Like I did one on a bib, and I did one onto a lunchbox. That was super fun. Okay, so we have our mat. And there's that. Here we'll get all of our pieces. pieces. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, then I get all my pieces, and I like to try to stay kind of organized. So, like, I put my dust cover back on the mat and set it aside. And then what we'll do, I can see the designs. I like to use, this is a tool you can purchase that's a craft pick tool. And I like to use it because I can use the sharp end to kind of get in there. And I'm actually, you see that I used it to kind of break some of the thin threads or pieces of vinyl. And the reason I did that is it's just a little easier if when I'm weeding, I don't have like tons and tons of different directions that the vinyl is trying to go in. If I can kind of try to pull it in less pieces, that works better. Okay, and then there's going to be little pieces that pop out. And when you do these layered designs, it's going to look a bit crazy. You know, it's going to look like, wait, what is going on here? What is this? But it all ends up making sense. And I think that's the most fun part.
That does look a little crazy at this point for anybody.
It does, because this is the white base. So there's that, and then we'll hook, and it goes pretty quick. Especially like this one wasn't a big deal because it was a little easier. So this is going to go over that. And then let's see what we have here. Sometimes with these, I forget. Sometimes they take so long because if they're, you know, look how tiny and beautiful that is. The bow and the snowflake, and then this would be his mouth and another snowflake. And okay, that makes sense. I'm looking at, and the other thing you can do, and I'll show you guys, you can pull it back up. So I have that. You don't see it, but I can see what the finished product looks like, and that's always a good idea to kind of pull that back up and know what you're looking for, right? Know what kind of a finished look it should be. And look at how intricate those snowflakes are.
You know, and with the new vinyl cut blade, my gosh, you can cut the tiniest and most intricate designs. I know that from experience.
I have not gotten that one yet, but it's the number one on my wish list. The minute I get it, that's going to be what I play with.
You actually cut this with just a standard blade then, huh?
Yes, this is everything I do is just a standard blade, unless there is a thin material blade that you can use for fabric, and I haven't played a lot with that, but that I know that works really well for fabric. And now there's the vinyl blade, which again I don't have that one yet. I hope to get it soon, but it's been so popular.
It's very popular.
Which is good. We want it to be. And if you get any vinyl stuck, like I just got a little piece stuck here, just keep kind of picking at it, and it'll come off. Vinyl can stick to itself, but it'll come right off for you. Just give it a moment. Oh my gosh, this is so teeny tiny. I didn't even think there was anything in here.
That's really teeny tiny.
I didn't think that was possible, but there we go. So for this one, this is so tiny that I'm just kind of scooting the pieces out, and then I'll use my thumbnail to come in and scrape them away. Look at that. That is...
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Tiny. Okay, so is that all our pieces? 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's all our pieces. Okay, so now it gets really, really, really fun. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to trim this down. This piece I'm going to trim down a little bit just for my own ease, because we're here on live and I don't want to mess this up, obviously. But you need a piece that is big enough to cover the design. Okay? And then it's kind of up to you how you like to work, but I always put generally on these, and by the way, there are some of these for Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. There are some of these layered designs for different characters. I don't know, but I don't do these layered ones very often, but every time I do, I have so much fun that I go, I need to do that more. It's just a matter of time, you know? There's always more craft projects than I have time for. which is a good thing.
We all have that, especially when it gets close to the holidays. I have so many big plans, making gifts and doing things like that. And you know what? They just pile up for next year.
They sure do. I know. I just put a stack of Christmas fabric away and I said, you're 2021. Sorry. You've got to go. So you just want to make sure it all transfers. And the cool thing about this is it's all transferring in the exact right position. And then what you're going to do is go over it. And I always hold it. You see I'm holding both sides to keep it up, to keep it from touching down until I am sure that it is in the right spot. And you know what, guys? If it's not absolutely perfect, I promise you the world will not end. But you see how I just kept lowering it?
Oh, that's perfect.
And look how much more sense that makes. That makes a whole lot more sense. And then we peel it off. And then we go get the next part. So we'll do his nose. And it's the same exact thing each time. You're just going to want to see where it is. And I've done this with heat transfer vinyl and then put it onto, like I did a pillowcase with one of these. I mean, there's lots and lots of fun little things you can do. And this one is actually, some of them are even more intricate with even more colors. And I just think it's a lot of fun. And then this guy.
You know, it's so cool to watch you do this just by using that little, the sticky paper. I always forget the transfer paper. It's neat to watch it because, you know, if there's something on the design that maybe you don't want, you can change it.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure. Let's see. This looks like, yeah, this kind of goes at an angle here. I wasn't sure that I wanted, there's a swirl behind him, and I wasn't sure that that would transfer super well onto our candle, so I left it off. And I think I'm good with that because then we can always go in and add more snowflakes. Now, if it looks like some of my little tiny little bits got loose and got here on this transfer material, you just want to make sure you get rid of them because you don't want those to go get stuck on your project.
Arnell says you're making it look so easy.
I promise you it's this easy. It really, really is.
Lauren wants to know what you're using for a transfer sheet.
So this is sold by the roll by Brother. You can purchase it at Brother dealers. And it's just a roll of transfer material, and you can use it over and over and over again. But it's really nice because you can cut small pieces for, like this, I wouldn't want a whole huge sheet. I would want a smaller piece. All right, so now we're transferring the entire design. And sometimes I find if I flip it upside down, it just goes a little better. So now we have Olaf.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And then we have our candle. Okay, and then obviously our candle's gonna want to roll. This is a sign I did for Brother years ago, and we're going to use it to block that candle from going anywhere. Actually, I'm going to use it the other way. I'm going to use it down at the bottom. Get creative, right? What do you have on hand? What can you use? And then what I'll do when it's curved is I'll kind of try to stick to where the middle of the design is first. And then just press down. I find that doing the middle first and then going out, I get a better result than if I try to like start on the side and curve around. And I'm not good enough at math to know why that is. It just, for me at least, it just is.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Do you know how much you'd pay for those?
I know. And think of how cute these would be for presents too. And not just for Christmas, but you could do for any occasion. And then look, you just, and I know you guys like, oh, she makes it look easy, but I promise I'm not like, there's no, I really do just do it like that. There's no like secret camera filter where this really is this easy.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, we got our snowflakes. And I don't worry too much about, well, it said this or it wanted that in the design. I put them where I want them. Look at that.
Oh, I love that. I still can't believe how intricate that little star is, or snowflake.
I know. And people ask me, well, how intricate can it really get? I mean, look,
That's
you can't even hardly see that there are holes in the middle of that snowflake. They're so tiny.
And that's with the auto blade. For those of you that don't know, the auto blade, I always say, how do it know? But it does.
Yeah, and I've got a little label here that I need to take off, but I'll worry about that. I'll worry about that another time. I'm going to put I think I'm going to end up putting a couple snowflakes. I think I'm going to surround this guy in snowflakes. But what I do like to do on these kind of projects is I started with the 2 snowflakes, and then I can always add more. So I started with the 2 here. Look. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am so excited that I had this brainstorm in the grocery store the other day. I know what we're going to do. We're going to share this on Facebook Live because it's just too much fun to not share.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy cute. Super easy to do. I see a lot of people that rolled in here late. Hey, by the way, guys, you can watch this video again. You can, if you're on Facebook, share it to your page. On YouTube, you can come back to the Brother page anytime to watch this. Oh my gosh, that is great.
So I will show you what you can do. I'll just show you the next step if you wanted to make, say you wanted to make more, or you were thinking, well, gosh, I wish I had more of the snowflakes, or you know, a lot of times there's little like accessories or bits and you only want certain pieces. I'll show you that. So I've got my mat and I've got my very randomly shaped scrap of vinyl here. I'm just making sure this is a fairly new mat, so I don't need to push, really scrub it in there or anything with there's like a tool that I can kind of use for that, but I don't need to do any of that. We're pretty new mat here. So
actually, everyone could see right there real quick what that had originally looked like on the screen.
Yes, so there it is. So when you finish, you can say select next part and it'll take you back to here. And if you do that, then you can say, okay, well, I want, let's say I want 3 of those.
Oh, you can load up on
I want 2 more of those.
Snowflakes, whatever.
And then I can scan this. Yeah, so we can customize further. So we can do, if we want to have more of something or we changed our mind about something, and they'll still be the same sizes. I mean, that's that's my favorite new project right here. It just,
that is really too cute.
So
In fact, I think I have about 4 or 5 candles just sitting around, and I think I'm gonna have to go do this. This is a great idea.
So as you can see, like we did before, I scanned, but this time it's just because, I've got a lot of material here and I can work everybody in however I'd like to. And this is so detailed that I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can actually see there's a little scissors cut into this right here. And it's detailed enough that I can see in the scan where that scissor cut is, so I don't try to cut over that. I mean, this is just yep. So then I can just cut that and then I'd have more.
Oh my gosh. Hey, guess what? While you're cutting that, look who popped into the party.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, Amelia. What are you up to?
Oh, getting ready for the holidays. I've got the little apartment Christmas tree back here and, just doing some decorating with my ScanNCut at home, May. So I'm super excited about this project today because I'm going to have to try it myself.
So much fun.
Super fun. So what do you have? What are you doing today?
So I wanted to pop in and just remind everybody that we still have a bunch of really great holiday gift guide offers going on at the local dealer level. So just to remember that our financing is going to be running through the 18th. So it's a great time to go into your local dealer and just see what they kind of have. We have some amazing bundles and deals this year. And we also have a free class from Angela as well. And when I say free class, I mean a full course and series on the XP. So the Luminaire 2, it's a great value. You're getting up to $7,200 value built into that bundle. So I'm excited about that bundle, and I'm excited about that course to learn a little bit more about my Luminaire XP2. And then, of course, if you're a crafter, like May is, we have a couple of great offers on the Disney ScanNCut and your 225F, which includes the fabric mat this year, which is brand new to the Brother ScanNCut DX lineup, as well as a fabric keychain starter kit to kind of get you started. So lots of great stuff. So I just wanted to pop in, remind everybody, you know, don't forget about your local businesses, your local dealers, and you know, even if you can't get out there right now, give them a call. A lot of folks are doing curbside pickup. So there's lots of opportunities to still get some of that Christmas shopping done.
That's very exciting. Amelia, I love the masterclass. In fact, I don't even know if you knew this, but we've been having so many great tutorials on Facebook. And I know a lot of people have heard, they're like, I don't remember what time it is or stuff like that. I've actually included in the masterclass a little bonus section where all these videos show up on top of all the, I think there's over 50 videos on top of that. So you can just binge watch all day.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I'm definitely checking that out because I have off the week of Christmas and I'm going to need some things to do.
Very exciting. So those are the great deals. Don't miss it, you guys. We have a couple more weeks. Well, actually one more week, I think. What day is it today? During COVID, we have to kind of check those off the list. So if you guys have questions, you can leave them here for Amelia. And thank you for popping in. That is so nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys. Take care, everyone.
Bye. How much fun. I love her.
I know. I'm going to have to go back and get like a whole bunch more because now I want these all over.
Those, you know, I have a whole box of candles my mom actually gave to me recently. And she's like, I love candles. I'm like a candle freak. And sometimes I'll have like 3 or 4 in the kitchen going. I just have a big note to blow them out before I go to bed because sometimes I'm bad at that. But all of them are plain. And I don't know if she got a great deal on them somewhere, probably, maybe at the craft store or something. So now I think I'm going to decorate them all and give them away for Christmas. What a great idea. If I don't burn them all.
Another thing you can do too, if you don't want to do an actual candle, like let's say you wanted to give this to a child, then you could use a plastic container, because the vinyl will stick to plastic as well as glass. So you can use a plastic container and one of those battery operated little tea lights or something like that, so that you're not actually, you know, giving a child a flame. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways around where you can decorate a container or decorate, you know, this is a candle, but you could also do like, say, a mason jar and put candies or caramels or something in there. There's a lot of different ways that you could take your ScanNCut and customize the container or the gift. And that's just one of my absolute favorite things about it.
Let's see what you got there. Irene says, is there anywhere I can go to find the symbols, what the symbols mean when you go into edit?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if there is a specific place in the guide or if there's an online guide that explains it. I can only tell you that in the videos when I talk through like the Brother Craft videos and on the YouTube channel and stuff, that I say, and now I push this button because this button does this, and I push this button because that button does that. But I'm not sure if I know. Do you know of a guide, Angela?
I can't think of what usually I just go play with them until it shows up what they are. But I'm trying to think, is there a downloadable manual or anything like that? I have to check.
Yeah.
Oh, the playbook. Yes, the playbook. Duh. Oh, my goodness. Thanks, Jane. Yes, there is a playbook for the ScanNCut. I actually have mine on the other side of the room that Cindy Hogan wrote. It's wonderful. You can call your dealer and get one of those. And it's filled with projects. Filled. A ton of projects. And so that will definitely walk you through learning how to use your, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh, my goodness. So thank you. Thanks, Barb. Karina, I am a proud member of the Wolfpack on her glass water bottle. Hey, awesome. I like your photo too. All right. So I'm trying to see what are you
I think do we have any questions?
Let me look here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of adding a few more little details here.
Arnell says, yeah. there's glass around her candle. You're not just putting that on a candle. Well, you could.
No, this is a glass container.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put this. I don't think it would, even if you wanted it to, I don't think it would stick.
It would be very difficult. You'd have to almost put little pins to hold it in place. And also you have to be careful if you just use the outside of a candle. I know this from experience because I put a beautiful embroider monogram on the outside of a candle. And if you have just a candle with no glass around it, guess what happens? It keeps getting lower and lower. And then all of a sudden you run a little bit of a risk of, potentially having a problem with whatever you stuck on the outside of the candle. So be careful of that.
Yeah, you definitely want to be real careful. Glass, yeah. And then like I was saying, plastic will work as well. If, for example, if you wanted it to be like in a child's room or something, you could do that. The cutting mat. Yeah,
how wide is the cutting mats?
I want to say that it is, well, it's right here. So it is, it is 12 inches, but it's actually like 11 point, I don't remember what the point is, like 11.7 inches. It's just slightly less than 12 inches that the actual cutting width.
Yeah.
But then cutting length on any material you want, you can go up to 24 inches long.
Yep. So the one she's using right now, Gay says, is 12 by 12. Yes, but there is one that's 24 inches long, which is my favorite mat because I'm usually cutting bigger pieces to put into a garment and things like that. So
this Olaf that we just did, I did a Minnie Mouse that was 17 inches total tall. So I used that longer mat so I could do exactly what we did, but in a much longer, larger scale. And that is just, I think that is just the most fun to do when you're working. I love to work small and then go really big.
Yeah, definitely. Michelle, no, you do not need an internet connection to use the ScanNCut.
Nope, no internet connection, and you don't have to have any separate device. In fact, we're down here at my dining room table. Up at the studio, there is no internet. And that's actually one of my favorite things is that there's no internet in there, which does not bother me at all. But it sure would bother me if I couldn't use. So when I'm crafting, I am not using the internet at all. What I do, in fact, there's a USB port right here that if I ever want anything from Canvas or from online, I take it off of there and then transfer it into here.
Right. But if you do have internet, you can transfer from the internet.
Wirelessly, yes. I love that option, that it's what works for you, what would you like to do? I love that.
Yes. So Debbie, the masterclass right now is at academy.angelawolf.com, and it's only available right now to new XP2 users. But if you have a Luminaire, you can email me and I can let you know when the class does go up, past that. But right now it is just exclusively for XP2 users. Just check. Everybody's saying the playbook. Yes. Oh, yes, we could do fish all over the candle. That's what I should do, Margaret. You're right.
Oh, yeah, there's lots and lots. We've got lots and lots of shapes. And I've just been weeding a couple more little snowflakes here so I can just keep adding. And I can keep adding, however many times, however many snowflakes I would like to add. I can just keep, I don't even really have to pay attention to it. It's so easy to do. And especially on the glass, like it really wants to stick to the glass. So it's really not a lot of work to get it to move over.
Oh, yeah.
That transfer sheet. There's another one.
Oh, that looks good.
I just think it's so cute. We'll put one more up here at the top.
So I saw somebody say, why would I want a Brother ScanNCut? And Barb, great to see you on here, Barb. If you have missed her on some of the Facebook Live shows, she has great tutorials, and she summed it up right there because it's the only one that scans, and you don't need a computer to use it. And you can also size to anything you want. And it's amazing. The scanning feature is definitely scan and cut. That's why.
And also, yeah, I mean, I love that because of the no computer, it means that like for someone like me, I get really easily frustrated by technology and if things are too much steps or too hard or too complicated. And so I can just come on here and I don't even have to come up with my own patterns. The machine has patterns for me, and so many that I actually have not yet. I have been working with the ScanNCut since it was the very first one, the very first prototype. and I have still not run out of built-in designs to create with, and things that I can just do right here on the machine without internet, without computers, without just right here on the machine. It'll let me do so much. And then when I'm in the mood and I want the computer involved, yeah, there's the free software and there's the ability. And every month, you know, they put free projects up there every month with videos and how to do that. And I love going on there and seeing what's there and getting inspired and finding new cut files that I want to have for free.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So Lori said, any tips on Canvas Workspace? How do you purchase a collection on there? I believe you have to purchase from your dealer, don't you? Some of them?
You need to contact a Brother dealer to purchase one of the collections on. And then what happens is they give you, when you purchase it, you get like a, I want to say it almost looks like kind of like a gift card. And it has a code, and you go on your Canvas Workspace and punch in the code, and that activates it.
Definitely. Everybody's piping in. So everyone pitch in for all of you that have the ScanNCut, that have actually taken it out of the box, which I see you've inspired a few people to do that because I saw what they were working on. But everyone, tell us what your favorite part of the ScanNCut is, because it's interesting what everyone has to say about that. And Jane says, by the way, she made her first shaker card following you, May. Thank you.
Yay, I'm so glad to hear it. You know, the scanning sensor, it can't be it can't be oversold at all, because like for this, I was able to use little bits and pieces. I didn't have to get out a ruler or measure or worry. It just scanned the material for me. You know, or if I wanted to, and I've done it many times before, where I want to handwrite something, or I want to draw something, or I want to print something and create my own cut files. I don't have to know how to use difficult software on my computer or have a scanner, because this is my scanner, and it'll scan it and translate it into a cut file for me.
Yeah, definitely. So the questions are really rolling in. A lot of people are saying, what the heck is Canvas Workspace? Where do I get it? How do I get it? What is Canvas Workspace?
So I think the easiest way to explain it is it's a free online website that you can sign up for. And then what it has is basically it takes, you know, the things that you can do on the ScanNCut into your computer, and then there's a whole lot more you can do, because as you can imagine, I mean, with this screen, there's certain things with, say, layering, or let's say you want to draw little lines, or you want to get really fancy with creating your files, and there are different things and functions that you can do within Canvas Workspace, and it's all free. I think the easiest thing to do is just to go to the ScanNCut website, the Brother website, and it's right there. You can also, if you typed into your browser, if you typed in ScanNCut Canvas Workspace, it's the first one that pops up. That's usually what happens is I go on there about once a month, and what I'll do is just type in ScanNCut Canvas Workspace, because I never remember to bookmark it, or, you know, I'm terrible about my bookmarks, and then it pops right up. And then go from there to create. And the free files are, I think a lot of people forget or just don't even realize that every month Brother adds new projects. And those projects have videos and step outs how to create them. And there's usually some that are like super simple, and then there are some that are more complex. And then you can also take the cut files and use them in different ways too.
Definitely. And so, by the way, I put May's website down below. I put mine there as well, and also blog.scanandcut.com. Those are great resources for those of you that have the ScanNCut to go and learn more about that. Plus, you have the playbook, which you can call your dealer for, which I just had it because I have been, Cindy, when she did that book, which Cindy and I are friends, we're actually featuring her today in the hashtag Social Hop 2020. And that book, though, has so many fun things. So between May's videos, the playbook, and all the other fun things on Facebook that we're featuring, you can learn how to use this thing very easy, very easy. Just making sure. No, you don't download Canvas Workspace to your computer. Well, at least I haven't. It's a browser.
Yeah, there's like a for PC downloadable version that you can do, but you can also use it on the like a website without downloading.
Hey, Deborah, that's what the machine looks like right there. Well, that's part of it. That's the ScanNCut. She said, what does it look like? That's what it looks like. That's at least the screen. It's a little bit larger, a little bit wider. You can see it right in front of May right there.
Yeah, that's the back side.
That's how small it is. So it actually does kind of look like a scanner. Nope, it does not need to be converted into an SVG first. Wait, no. Now you can scan it in.
That's correct. You can scan it in. The other thing is, a long time ago, you used to have to use Workspace to convert an SVG to a ScanNCut file. And the ScanNCut now does not require that. So it can directly read SVG files as well. And yes, Judy, yes, that's exactly. It can scan an image and cut it out.
Yep. Michelle, so how does it scan? Like a flatbed scanner? Well, if you missed the beginning of the video, just go back and you'll see she had scanned in the mat to show the vinyl so she could cut the little pieces out. I saw someone ask, oh yeah, this was a good one, Judy. Wanted to know, do you have any tips or do you have any suggestions if you're going to put vinyl onto a cup?
My suggestion would be to research the brand and what the vinyl is intended for, because some of them are dishwasher safe, some of them are hot liquid safe, some of them are not. So you're going to need to look into the specific brand and type of vinyl and make sure that it works for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I can tell you that if you use the vinyl that doesn't make it through the dishwasher, my cup did not come out so well. I'm missing half of the letters, so I have to just make up a new word. Can you use a Canvas Workspace on a Mac laptop?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know why not, but I don't know for
sure.
Go
onto it's a website, so.
Yep. And I think that was about, let's see, a lot of questions here today. Oh, everybody's saying thank you. And
well, this was super fun, and we're going to be, so a couple of things too for you guys that are, if we didn't cover it, you can always come over to my Instagram or my Facebook, and Lorraine was asking about can you show how to scan and cut? I have hundreds of videos, so you can come on over to my Facebook page. I'm actually going to start doing my favorite past scan and cut projects and featuring them and bringing them back. And there's hundreds of videos showing absolutely everything from exactly how to do that to different projects. And I'm doing a 101 class that is going to be on Facebook. I'm going to do some 101 videos and stuff on Facebook and classes and lots of fun stuff. So if you follow the Craft with May, my Craft with May Facebook page or Instagram, because I'll make note of it on Instagram too. I'm like blasting out lots and lots of winter content because a lot of us are, home right now to craft and get into this. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of ideas.
Definitely. And we're just about out of time, but I have what Ashley said, and I know you're gonna have a great idea for this. How do you have tips on creating porch signs that are bigger than the cut mats? So
you're going to have to come up with, depending on how big it is, either you're doing part of the design at a time, or like if it's letters, you can make 24-inch high. I mean, there comes a point where it can only get so big. So there comes a point where you're going to have to split it. So you'd have to split like the separate pieces if that works, or maybe half the design works, or you're just going to have to figure out what will work to actually then piece it back together to work around the size. Yes. So Louise, we'll have to put that on our next list. Videos, I promise. There's videos on all. There you go. More videos. If you're looking for, and I'm actually working on too, like a library of like common requests or features and stuff, and here, and that. But it's in progress. It's in progress. I need to finish my Christmas crafting first. And yes, you can cut cork fabric. Absolutely. Yep. So I'm just checking that. Oh, this was just one last quick one, and then we'll call it a day. So the DX, they're all SDX. They're all, there isn't a difference. The DX model difference is, and I just call it the DX because at the top of the screen it says ScanNCut DX, and then the actual model number is SDX, whatever it might be. And the difference is that they're all going to work exactly the same. They're all going to have an auto blade. They're all going to work in the exactly same way that I show, no matter which model you're working on. The differences are going to be in the features, which on the Brother website, you can find a huge amount of resources comparing the different features of the different DX models.
Yep. So Judy, the the blog, she's talking about the Social Hop 2020. The blog post went up this morning at 6 a.m. If you go to angelawolf.com, click on blog, it's right there. And you just have to leave comments on Cindy's page. Cindy has a live show today at 4:30. And then this is it right here. We're right here. This is our hop. So everybody's saying, thank you. Oh, hi, Birdie. So May, I think I will see you though before.
In like 2 weeks? Yeah, we're going to be back in like 2 weeks. And in the meantime, I'll be, so when we come back in 2 weeks, I'm not going to tell you guys what we'll do then, but when we come back in 2 weeks, I'm hopefully to have the resource guide, because I know a lot of you guys are hoping to have kind of okay, well, where are all the videos and where are all the things? So hopefully I'll have that done for you guys, and I'll be able to share a link when we get back up in 2 weeks.
That's wonderful. And so for all of you that want to know, starting next week, Monday and Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time, we will be live on Brother Facebook and YouTube page doing, with quite a few guests each time, popping in to give you quick, easy gifts and tips to get you rolling for the holidays. Maybe home deck, maybe a little bit of all that. And you'll be on there too, May. I think you're on the following Tuesday. So mark it down.
I am. I just saw that.
Yes, very exciting. So everyone, thank you for showing up today. Have a wonderful day. And everybody's saying thank you. And I will see you this afternoon when we watch Cindy's show. All right, May, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.